On July 22, 2016, DCFS held its 52nd annual Scholarship Awards ceremony at Alhambra Palace in Chicago. This is one of the most rewarding programs the department offers. Scholarship recipients are chosen on a statewide basis.
The DCFS Guardianship Administrator, but more importantly, I am your MC for the day. I present to you the outstanding Mr. Rodney Walker.
Good afternoon. I'll try to be long-winded. It's an honor to be here. It's a pleasure. This is a big deal to the department, to the families, to the officials, and to most importantly, the scholarship winners. I just want to let you know that I'm very humbled and privileged to be here standing before you today to represent and to be a testimony to what is possible when you have the support, the network of people who really have your interest at heart. Before I begin, I really need to say that as tumultuous as my journey has been, I would like to say that the department and what they've done for me has been incredible, even though me and the department have not had the best relationship while I was growing up in foster care. Me and DCFS has a long history. All of my childhood has been spent in and out of rooms with caseworkers and therapists. And even at the time when I was going through so much in my life, I couldn't understand what DCFS was trying to do. I can stand here before you today, having aged out of foster care, having went through so much in my early childhood life, to say that, you know, in the end, that they did the right thing. The most important asset that we have going into college, or going through high school, or understanding the complexities of our environment is the power of our example. It is literally leading by example. Before we can come into a position of power, we have to understand the power of our own influence and our actions. Because the hardest thing to do is to come from what we've come from, understandably how most people don't make it to this point, and to say, I choose to make something of my life and succeed anyway. The fact that my mother hates me, or my father left me when I was young, the fact that I have the audacity to still have hope, the fact that I still have the audacity to look my mother and my father in the face and say, you know, I know you weren't there for the first 18 years of my life. I know you left me in the hospital. I know you beat me when I was little because of your own inadequacies. But I love you anyway, and I'm doing this to show that your struggles weren't for nothing. It's the greatest gift that you can give anybody going through the complexities of our neighborhoods and our communities. So in closing, the motto for my book is that no one can go back and make a new beginning, but anyone can start today and make a new ending. Circumstances may determine your beginning, and it may even alter your path, but it does not have to be a means to your end. If you look at where you are right now as an opportunity for growth, and to understand that there are individuals younger than you who will be following your example, and to take that very seriously for where we are, and make light of that, you'll understand that your success is not just contingent on your family, it's literally contingent on your community. We have to make our mark and lead by example and make a way for other ones going through this situation and circumstances as well. So thank you very much.
Rodney's full story. You can go to the DCFS website, and there's a clip on there, a link that you can hear his entire story, which is just great. You can also, if you're not one of the lucky winners to get an autographed book with your raffle ticket today, he also has books over here that you can purchase today, or get his card and then order it at a later date. But now I am really pleased to introduce the director of DCFS, Mr. George Shelton.
Thank you. I appreciate the introduction. You didn't have to go into the whole resume because it would lead people to believe that I can't hold a job for very long. I feel a little awkward being here following Rodney. I mean, the message that he gave exceeds anything that I could ever say. Rodney really embodies what young people can do who believe they can do. And with everything that he went through, to graduate from Yale University is a pretty big deal. I was happy just to graduate from Florida State University. You know, there are a lot of people who graduate, and those of you who are getting ready to go to college and are in college, a lot of people graduate summa cum laude, magna cum laude. I was happy to graduate, thank you all. But Rodney, thank you for your inspiration. I'm glad to see also April Curtis here. April was a recipient of the 1998 scholarship. And I'm pleased to see some alumni of that program coming back. I really would encourage all of you who are receiving scholarships to come back and encourage others as we move forward. It's really an inspiring sight to stand here and see these young people out there and recognize literally you're the future of everything we do in this community. If you succeed, I have confidence that we as a society can succeed. Every one of you come from different places. You're going to different schools. But every one of you has been through obstacles, similar to what Rodney talked about, similar to what April experienced. But the important thing is that those obstacles did not knock you down. Those obstacles really can be seen as a way of strengthening who you are. Because you've overcome so much just to graduate from high school and some of your peers. Now to be either in or going to college. In effect, you never gave up. I talked to a young woman, she was 31, she'd gotten her master's. She was a single mom, and she'd grown up in foster care. And I said, with everything you've been through, how did you make it? And their response was, I guess I'm just stuck. And sometimes that's what it is, because everybody will tell you, and some of you may have heard it, you're never going to amount to anything. You can't do it. We're always talking about the limitations for foster youth. But you didn't listen to it. And there may have been one person, as with Rodney or others, there may have been one person in your life who made a difference. Whether it was a mentor, a caseworker, a guardian, a friend. So you know there are a lot of people who are watching you right now who are very proud of you. But the most important thing about this celebration is not that you're in college or about to go to college. The most important thing about this celebration is not that you're receiving a scholarship. The most important thing about this is not making your friends and your family proud of you. The most important thing is you know about yourself and the potential within yourself. And if you can achieve this, with all the things that got in your way, think about that next thing you can achieve. All you have to do is achieve something good. And then do that again, and again, and again, and again, and you can make remarkable differences. in the life around you, in your community, and our society as a whole. Several years back, there was a young man in Illinois whose friend saw how despondent he was. See, his mother had died before he was a teenager. His father virtually disowned him. He had little schooling. The young woman that he met, who he considered to be the love of his life, suddenly died of a sudden illness. And on one day, he was so depressed that a friend actually was worried that he'd kill himself. But somehow this young, scrawny, unhandsome man pulled himself out of his funk. And he told his friend, I want to make a difference. I want to make my name survive. He wanted to accomplish something special that would live on after. And no one looked at him, thought that was even possible. Everybody doubted him. But years later, that young man, on January the 1st, 1863, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. That for once and all in this country, said that slavery is wrong, and that every individual in this country is equal. Abraham Lincoln's name now is tied to the Emancipation Proclamation, but he also was tied to bringing the nation together, the North and the South, to avoiding that split. Now, do we have a long way to go? There is no doubt about it. But that journey that was started in January of 1863, that was extended with the dream of Dr. King, a dream not yet fully fulfilled. And I remember a play called Mountaintop, which was about Dr. King. He articulated in that play, we have so much further to go, but look how far we've come. And I think it is important to remember that. So, there are people like that. Let me give you a couple names. Steve Jobs, Malcolm X, Faith Hill, Marilyn Monroe, Ice-T. They all grew up in foster care. And many people doubted them, like they doubted Abraham Lincoln, like they probably doubted Rodney. But they ultimately didn't doubt themselves. So, you know, I've looked at your bios, and you already have big plans. I saw in your bios nursing, engineering, business, high finance, volunteerism, maybe more school, maybe a job, maybe a family. But because of what you've accomplished in graduation, what you've accomplished by receiving this scholarship, is you've changed the trajectory of your life. And now you're moving into new possibilities that can be boundless and endless. So as you proceed, there will be people around you that you can learn from. There will be people around you that you can learn by just watching, and watching what they do. And there will be people around you that you can seek their advice. You don't have to do it alone. There will be people as you move on who can open additional doors for you. Take advantage of it. Not one of us has ever accomplished anything all by ourselves. There was always somebody there. In my case, I was the last of 6 kids, the first to go to college. We were not, I think, today by today's standards, we call it poor. I didn't know we were. My mom worked in a school lunchroom until she was 70, so I could finish college. I owe so much to her and to the stability of that. So when employers look at your resume, they'll focus partly on what you've done, but they'll focus mainly on what they think you can do in the future. So don't see college as just going to school. See it as a way to fill out your resume, to absorb every piece of knowledge that you can get, because knowledge is power. So that you're preparing yourself to join the workforce. Not just to get a job with the boss, to own the company. Not just to be an engineer, but to build something. There will always be people that you will run into who will attempt to tear you down. And you don't have to just experience foster care for that to be the case. There will always be people who kind of are looking at you and predicting that you'll fail. That's true with every single person in this room, including those who didn't grow up in foster care. But my advice to you is reject that. Don't let them provoke you to anger or to discouragement. Ultimately, you'll be judged by the company you keep, by what you absorb, by what you do. So be kind to people, be caring, be appreciative. Give at least as much as you receive. You've done it. You took on something difficult and you've succeeded. Now go out there and do it again. Don't just graduate from college. Be the best kid in the class. Until one day you realize you've changed somebody else's life. You realize that you've changed the neighborhood. You realize that you've changed your community. And in some cases, you will realize that you changed the world. And that it's a better place because you were born. This is an exciting time. So I leave you with this. As you climb that ladder, and that ladder is an upward spiral for every one of you who's receiving a scholarship. But as that you climb that ladder, reach a hand back there. Help somebody else up that ladder. Because ultimately, we're all in this game together. God bless you. Thank you very much. And Michelle, I think I have a couple goodies there. Thank you very much. And I'd like to ask Jennifer McAndrews to join me. Jennifer is the board chair of the organization called Let It Be. Who's partnered with this agency on a number of things, and who has brought today duffel bags, backpacks, and I just want to thank her for her generosity to this luncheon and to those of you who are going on to college. And I think now we do some other presentations, right? This is the fun one.
Following the speeches, the graduates were handed their Scholarship Award certificate. Each student who chooses to attend one of 9 designated Illinois state universities or an Illinois community college will receive a medical card, a $511 monthly maintenance grant, and a waiver of tuition and mandatory fees. DCFS will continue to monitor these young students and provide any help or assistance necessary for them to succeed. We wish them all great success.